I'm Gary. I was born and raised in Liverpool, England. I graduated from culinary school and have travelled the world working as a chef. I love food, I love people, and I'm on the hunt for cultural discoveries. Now I live in Toronto, Canada, a melting pot of tastes and smells. I set out to uncover the culinary treasures of its multicultural population by visiting diverse communities and immersing myself in their family celebrations. Here in downtown Toronto is where my search begins.
Hello, one Polish sausage, please.
Almost ready.
Oh, that's excellent.
Today, I'm taking a bite out of Polish culture. I start in Roncesvalles, Toronto's Little Polska. First stop, Sepelia. Now, this store specializes in Polish folk art.
All the stuff from Poland, from every region, all in one tiny store on Roncesvalles. This is the business. Fancy doing a little bit of goat herding in the Carpathy Mountains?
Among traditional items such as pisanki, which are hand-painted eggs that are blessed at Easter time,
This looks Polish.
I find some items that one would see as slightly less traditional.
What does that say? Nech zit kciul wajbcie. What's that? This one, for example, I think that's the Polish bobsleigh 1974 Winter Olympics uniform. Maybe a Polish cock. Now that is all about Poland right there. Got pierogies. How Polish can you get? This is it. I'm taking this one with me.
Here, far from the land of medieval castles, lush forests, and subtle reminders of the communist era gone by, I'm wondering what's really at the core of this culture.
Hey, Mr. Lesniak, how are you?
So, I enlist the help of two Roncesvalles residents, Mr. and Mrs. Lesniak.
Where did you guys meet?
We met in 1960 and we're picking the mushrooms.
Oh, of
and the
course.
owner was cooking the mushroom soup.
So you met over a bowl of Polish mushroom soup. That's quite romantic.
Well, and that's Polish restaurant. Chopin, music.
Chopin was Polish?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
There were three waves of Polish immigration to Canada. The most recent and biggest after 1945, when Poland fell into the grip of communism. Like many of their countrymen, the Lesniaks settled in Roncesvalles and have lived here for over 50 years.
So what is it about this area in particular that drew you to it? Like, why did you settle here as opposed to
Church.
anywhere else? The
Church.
church? What you're saying to me is the church came first and then the
Church,
community
yes.
built up around the church?
Around the church.
Okay.
Pretty well.
And that's when all the bakeries came in. You were mentioning the bakeries and the food places.
Yes.
Excellent.
On Saturday, Easter,
Yes.
the big lineup to the auditorium to bless food. Are you hungry, guys?
I feel hungry, yes. But that's for me. Oh, excellent. Chesh.
That's
Oh, this is
Oh, that looks
beautiful.
great. So this is traditionally Polish. I have my borscht, you have your crepes, and Mr. Lesniak has his. Is
yeah.
that the
I have. You have red borscht and I have white borscht. This is a Christmas borscht.
This is Christmas borscht. That's Easter borscht. Okay.
Let's celebrate.
Well, how do we do that in Polish again?
Na zdrowie.
Ah, na zdrowie. Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie.
Enjoy.
And enjoy.
Pierogies. Whoa. I think I'm too slow. I think I need to speed up. What exactly is this plate here? This
Cabbage roll. There is a salad. Must be coleslaw.
coleslaw, yeah.
cabbage.
With pierogies, I've heard on the grapevine that they were a Russian invention. Is that correct?
Europe is a little crowded place.
That's true.
Sandwiched between 7 countries and with its borders changing throughout history, Poland's cuisine has been influenced by both its eastern and western neighbours.
So in a way, Poland is actually a melting pot itself. I mean, it's
Yeah.
almost like a historical melting pot.
Yes.
Do you guys eat like this every day? Do you eat Polish food all the time?
Yes, most of.
You eat most of the time?
Yeah.
Not most. I try to make changes. Sometimes I like to have a Chinese stir fry,
Okay.
which is good. You like that
Yeah.
stir fry?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Is there one Polish food that you could never live without? Like if you were on a desert island and they said, right, you can only have one food, what would it be?
Well, that's my husband. Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yes.
Not because it's the best, but because probably the cheapest.
Now, eating Polish food is one thing, but learning to prepare it will reveal to me its true secrets. So, I travelled to Mississauga, a suburb of Toronto where the most recent Polish immigrants have settled.
Cześć, Jerry.
Cześć, Les.
Jak
How
się
are you?
masz?
I meet with Les, a restaurant owner and family man who moved to Canada 15 years ago.
Let's go.
Today, he's preparing a birthday party for his wife, Eva,
If you can help me with the card,
I
please,
will, I
and I
certainly
will
will.
guide you all around.
and he'll show me what it means to shop, cook, and party Polish style.
Teamwork. That's what it's all about.
Teamwork.
Polish teamwork.
International cooperation.
International cooperation, yeah. So we have to do the pickles. So
Yeah.
I will do that for you.
Yeah.
I don't want to disappoint you, Les.
But you know, Gary, the better way is to choose the smaller ones instead of the big ones. The
okay.
smaller are better.
Okay.
I'm finding out that the Polish are passionate about their pickles.
Sour pickle, pickles, mushroom, dill pickle, mixed vegetable salad, red cabbage,
Yes.
pickled, figs in whole, marinated, pickled.
So is there anything that you guys don't pickle? This looks like raspberries. This is pickled raspberries?
No, it's not pickled. It's a compote.
Ah, compote,
It's
so
a
it's sweet. Okay. But what is this?
One is chicken jelly, one is pork jelly.
Now, when I think of jelly, I'm thinking of partying, I'm thinking of drinking alcohol, I'm thinking of jelly shots. And when Polish people think of jelly, it's all about meat.
All about meat.
There's an abundance of Polish delicacies here,
On this shelf, some are right here.
but things weren't always like that in the old country.
As I remember before 1989, under the communism regime, there was nothing much on the shelves except of vinegar and mustard.
Only vinegar and mustard on the shelves?
Not exactly. Sometimes the government delivered some food, and smart people just line up for a few hours to get this.
Yes.
If you got a TV on your coupon sometimes,
Yeah.
you can exchange this for 10 kilos of sugar,
So
3
a
kilos
TV.
of butter, and a bag of flour.
So a TV would be exchanged
Yeah,
for food?
everything was exchangeable.
Wow. That's surprising. Dziękuję. Dziękuję, thank you.
With the shopping out of the way, we're off to Les's house to prepare for the party. But I'm not going to show up empty-handed.
I like the yellow ones, yeah.
I wouldn't go with yellow. Yellow signifies jealousy.
These ones right here?
Those ones are carnations.
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't put them in your fresh cut bouquet because I remember when I was a child back home, they were like more likely for funerals.
Putting together a Polish bouquet is quite a science, so I leave that in the hands of an expert.
You know, when I turn up to the house and I have the flowers in my hand, like, is there a handshake or is there a special way that you greet?
If the lady passes the hand like that, it means she wants to be kissed in a hand.
Kissed in a hand. Mwah.
Yeah, but you
And
have
then
to just
do I
bend a
curtsy?
little. No, you don't
No?
have
Okay,
to.
that's
Just
royalty,
bend a little
right?
bit, yeah, like.
I learned this tradition is fading away. However, kissing family and friends 3 times on the cheek is still a common practice.
Do svidania.
Do widzenia.
Now I'm ready to take part in the Polish festivities.
Hello.
Hi, Gary.
How are you, lads? Good to see you.
This is, I introduce you to my wife, Eva.
Eva,
Thank you.
Mwah.
How are you?
Mwah. Mwah.
Okay.
Mwah.
Oh, okay, enough,
Is that-
enough.
is
You're
too
a good
much?
boy, but that's not too much, but just enough.
Okay, less kissing, more cooking. The objective? To prepare a traditional Polish dinner for a party of 13.
Oh, you've got one that goes over here.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, you may be my assistant. International cooperation.
I've never really been in a Polish kitchen before, so this is going to be interesting. First on the menu is bigos.
It's a national dish, right?
Almost national dish.
Excellent.
Invented probably a few hundred years ago by the hunters.
Uh-huh.
They were taking with them sauerkraut and cabbage, onion, vegetables. Almost all these ingredients you can find except of the cabbage in a forest.
Now I'm going to just remove the root like that. Okay.
We need to save this.
Of course.
This is good stuff. For the beginner, it's okay. We will stirring this up.
We're just introducing it to the onion and saying, hey,
Yes.
how's it going? Yakshimash?
These are mushrooms. In Poland, there is a tradition. There is tradition still picking up the white mushroom in a forest. Family sometimes go with 2, 3, 4, 10 people picking up fresh mushrooms, and then they dry them. They can stay a year or 2 years.
The cabbage is finally done cooking, and we are able to put the finishing touches on our signature creation.
And now we have all the good stuff.
We added roasted pork and the famous wild mushrooms.
And what about the plums? The plums in there?
And there are also plums. Oh, sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. That's why I'm here.
We spice up the dish by adding tomato paste and Maggi spice, which is a Polish equivalent of soy sauce.
That's a spice for all soups and stews.
And last but not least, fried onions and sausage.
Is this the traditional national dish?
National dish.
With the bigos completed, we can now tackle the rest of the menu.
Is this okay?
Mary, if you do this way, we will be finished at 5 o'clock in the morning. You need to do this.
Oh, okay.
Like this. Harder.
This is what it's all about. Pressure the kitchen.
Very good, very good.
The beef rolls were traditionally consumed by Polish nobility. Rolled up with bacon, mustard, onions, and the old-time favourite, the pickle, they have become a modern crowd pleaser. Another historical favourite, the cucumber salad, known in Poland as miseria.
Misery was related to poor people. In the old times,
Yeah?
cucumbers were everywhere. So it was staple food and very popular and cheap, not expensive.
Okay.
Buckwheat, known as kasha, is one of the oldest meals in the Polish cuisine. Traditionally, once it was cooked, the kasha was placed under bed sheets to steam.
Keep this warm.
We've managed to get the cooking under control,
Go to oven.
and with Eva helping with the table setup, we're ready for the guests.
Nastrovia. Hi, hello. Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
He's our cook chef for tonight.
I did help.
Will be different kind of tastes, yeah?
Let's hope not. Dzień dobry, my name's Gary.
Gary, our host.
Hello. Now, with the guys, do I greet them the same with the kisses or not?
No, don't kiss,
Okay.
guys.
Maybe after 2 more of these, Okay, all right, we'll work that out later. Let's raise a toast to Eva. So, how would you say that in Polish? Raise a toast? Just say na zdrowie? Okay, we know that.
100 lat, tutaj
Ah.
100 lat.
100 lat?
100 lat.
Okay, and 100 lat means birthday?
100 years.
Oh, okay.
Niech pod stołem zaśnie, a kto z nami nie wypije, niech pod stołem zaśnie. 100 lat.
100 lat, na zdrowie. Look at the size of that. I want one of them. Can I get that glass?
After the welcome drinks, the guests sit down to enjoy a formal dinner. The first course is usually a soup.
Smacznego.
Les is serving krupnik, a chicken soup with vegetables and barley.
So you don't mean...
The second course consists of ziemniaki, kasha, mizeria, kotleta, marchewka z selerem, boraczki, and zraza, which hopefully I tenderized to the guest's satisfaction.
I did help. Ah, the misery salad.
Misery salad.
The salad that's sad, but when you eat it, it makes you happy. Do you guys like this one? For all the girls, for all kasha. They like kasha? Oh, okay.
Gary is good cook or not? How do you think? But we know that it's very good.
Oh, that's good. I feel good. I feel good about that. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you letting me in on these secrets.
Thank you for cooking. 100 lat.
Na zdrowie! Dick, dick. Okay, this is my initiation, right? Okay.
So we choose for Eva, Eva's birthday.
Na zdrowie! I am absolutely having a good time. I'm feeling Polish, so that's good. The food's great. I'm gonna go back in there because I think they've got another vodka toast going on, so I'll see you later on, hopefully. 100 lat, 100 lat. 100 lat, 100 lat. 100 lat.
To cap off a great evening, the bigos that Les and I prepared earlier is finally ready to be served.
You gonna try it?
You promised.
Why didn't you try it? You promised, come on.
Wow, what a brilliant experience. From my humble beginnings at a street corner sausage stand to a feast fit for a king, I feel as though I've uncovered the true secrets of Polish culture.
Well, I'm not even gonna talk. I'm just gonna eat. If you get a chance to try bigos, try it. It's the business.
Na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie!